Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z. From Earth to Namek to Sadala, we cover it all. My name is Doug.
And I'm Randy.
We're the strongest under the heavens duo here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. What's new with you, Randy?
What's new with me? Not too much. I'm still struggling through Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I say struggle.
What a
I'm
journey.
liking it. It is a journey. I like it, but I'm like 75 hours into it, and I just want to be done and move on.
Didn't that game come out like 60 hours ago? Does that have a Japanese version of it?
Yeah, which is nice that it's the first time it's been included from the jump. Before you had to like download it as free DLC for all of the previous ones.
No, at least it was an option. Just how kind of like Breath of the Wild was. Like I played the entirety of Breath of the Wild, but then 5 months afterwards that they finally released the Japanese one. I'm like, now they do it. Like something about the English voice actors having a British accent, or I don't know, whatever it is. Zelda didn't sound right with a British accent. She sounded like a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah, it bothers me for Xenoblade. I can't do that with the British voices. And what is cool for people of all like fans of the language tracks, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the first one where if you pick Japanese, the lip movements are Japanese, which is how it's always been, but the English now also has lip sync to the English dub. That's never done that before. So
that's so much, like, it feels like unnecessary work, because it feels like thank you developers for adding that in there. Like you didn't have to, but I'm really glad you did.
Yeah, it is a lot of work, especially with that game, for how much freaking talking everybody does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake did that too, where either track you pick, and it's like I'm so grateful, but I could feel kind of bad, like, oh my god, I'm sorry for all the hours you had to do that, but just know it's very much appreciated. Yeah, that game, both audio tracks are good, dub and the sub, I guess you call it. They're great, but something about Xenoblade, I've seen clips, and it sounds embarrassing.
The only one I played in English was Cross on the Wii U, because that one it takes place with a colony from like Neo Los Angeles, so they all have standard LA voice actors, and it was all not grating like the British stuff is. I'm sorry if you love it, cool. I just can't do it. I can't be out here playing a fantasy future JRPG and here, oh blimey, I'm like, okay, no, can't
cut it, bruv.
Yeah, that, which is weird because I get excited for like Dragon Quest, which they're like Yangus and 8 is very much that. With the British accent, like,
I couldn't do Dragon Quest. What's the newest? 11.
11.
I started playing that game. I turned off the voices. I couldn't do it. I'm like, you know what? The original way that Dragon Quest was without voices, so I'm gonna try that out. Turn that off. And then this is where my hot take comes in also. The music I also started getting annoyed of too, so I've turned that off. And then I'm like, I'm not playing a game. I'm there's no audio coming from my TV right now. This is depressing. I'm gonna stop playing. I couldn't. I don't know. I wanna love Dragon Quest. I hate being the person that's like, oh, it's a hot take. I wanna love the game so bad, especially because it's Akira Toriyama. But man, I don't know. It's just not for me. I guess the whole basic JRPG-ness of it.
Yeah, I hear you there. I've never finished a Dragon Quest, but I want to change that. So I don't know. We'll see.
The only like JRPG that really got me was the old ones is Chrono Trigger. Man, the battle system in that is so great just because you get to combine like characters' moves. That's awesome. That's fun. Right. When it's just typical, like, oh, this character goes and this character goes, that gets boring for me really fast because I'm like, what am I fighting for? Like, I'm just going to use this move and then this move and then this move and it's going to die. And if it's a boss, I'm going to do that and that, but just longer. But I could be just playing it wrong. I don't know. I want to play it again, but that's a lot of time.
For old JRPGs, I live by the credo of just cheat. Like, I'm playing it on an emulator. Cheat. I'm just gonna, like, I'm level 99 from the start. Screw this stupid battle. I just want to experience the story and the music and the characters. So
I always ruin the game for me when I do that. Like with Skyrim, I go and I just want unlimited carry weights. But then the only way to do that is the only cheat that I could find to do that also increases your levels and your strength. I'm like, but now I'm like a god and it's not fun anymore to like, it's no challenge, you know?
Yeah, you gotta find a balance, you know? It's tough.
It's tough.
How about you, man? What have you been up to? How are things?
I don't know, just doing more TikToks here and there. I went to a football game yesterday. It was really fun. I don't like sports, but just, tailgating with friends, having good food, having drinks. It was really enjoyable. It was a good time.
Hell yeah.
I'm waiting to see if I got COVID because of it.
No.
I don't. A friend of mine did, who he was there with me, but I feel 100%. I haven't got COVID yet, knock on wood. But it seems like everyone else I know has, so it's only a matter of time. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm still hopeful. I think I'm patient zero. I'm patient zero. Like I'm the healthy one. I'm the immune one. I thought I was special. Was it the community quote?
Oh yeah.
No one's special.
Well, hopefully you come out of it okay.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
So
I thought I was feeling sick yesterday, but it was just the alcohol coming down from the alcohol.
yeah, that'll do that. That'll feel like you're sick.
Yeah.
I actually just had my Omicron booster last week, and it knocked me on my ass for a day, which sucked. But
yeah,
I'm better.
But you know it works if that's what happens.
Here's the dumb thing. Like I workshopped a tweet in my head at night while I was trying to fall back asleep because I woke up with like chills, which was me yesterday afternoon. Oh man, I sure hope I start getting symptoms so I know that this booster is actually working.
I know it works.
Me the next day. I fucking hate that guy.
That guy can go fucking die.
Yeah.
Did you get the Omicron 5000?
The 5,000? Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know what the number means, but it's just the updated one to take out the Omicron variants.
Let's see if it jogs your memory, because I wasn't the studio that made like, the Budokai games. That's what it is.
5,000.
When you say Omicron, that's immediately what I think of.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Good old Budokai 1, 2, and 3.
That's the dubbing studio that does the games.
I don't know. Yeah, they had some relation to it. Back then, I'm like, oh, Otakon, like the convention? No.
Okatron. Hard switch into our topic. You ready to talk about Trunks?
We're talking about Trunks this week?
That's right, man. We're here to finally talk about one of the most recognized character in the Dragon Ball franchise.
Yes.
Ron Fon's husband.
Yeah. For those of you that are keeping score at home.
Yeah. The original Trunks, chronologically, was a character brought up in Dragon Ball Adventure Special, which is a magazine guidebook from Shueisha in 1987, that brought up that Ron Fon, one of the combatants in the 21st Tenkaichi Budokai,
the one who takes her clothes off and is in lingerie. Yeah, she has a husband, and Toriyama's like, let me just make a name for him. Ron Fon means like underwear, so what would the male version? Trunks. And so that kind of carried over. He forgot about that famously. And,
of course.
Or no, you know what? Maybe not forget. People have the same name. There's another Doug out there in the world. There's another Randy. Who cares? You can have the same name.
There could be other Trunkses in this Dragon Ball world. It's fine.
Makes it hard to withdraw money from the bank when you only have one, like a first name and no last name. So it's just like,
true.
I'm the Trunks.
How does voting work? Like, you know, because they're like, I'm here to vote. Who are you? Trunks? Okay, we got.
There's no voting. They're ruled by a dog.
That's
dog
right.
king.
They have a king.
That's why.
Why did Piccolo
I think
of that?
Piccolo wanted to change it to a democracy, but people got in the way. I don't know.
Goku was like, not in my dragon world. I will be ruled by a dog from now to the end of time.
Make Dragon Ball world great again.
Oh, no. Oh, he's going to have a hat that just matches his gi.
Goku was a Republican this whole time?
What if Goku is a Republican? Sounds like a great spin-off fanfic that I desperately do not want to read.
No, not at all. In the Fortnite game, if you could add accessories to yourself, like if that have MAGA hat, just have Goku wear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about actual Trunks now. There's actually two of them. There's two of them we're going to be talking about because...
And I have no idea what we're talking about, but you said it was my idea, but we're going to...
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I was like, hey, man, what do you want to talk about? You want to just talk about a favorite character? Who's your favorite? And you're like, the one with the coolest shoes. And I said, okay, well, that'd be Trunks until literally everybody else starts wearing the same thing. Like, Bulma starts wearing them. Goku wears like a blue version of them during the Resurrection F stuff.
Yep. It's the Nike of the Dragon Ball world.
It's true. When they have to have actually designed shoes, they're always just Trunks boots.
Yeah. And I mean, they look good. So, of course,
Videl has them later.
Yeah. That was a surprise to see that. But then you're like, oh, everyone just wears these kind of shoes now.
Yeah, that's just, the thing. So I decided that, we'll just talk about Trunks. And since there's a future Trunks and a present Trunks, we'll just talk about both of them. Because they're the same.
I guess there's a million other Trunks, too, I guess, in the...
According to us, for every Doug, there's a Trunks.
There's a Trunks, yeah. No, I'm talking about like the time protector.
Oh, time
protector.
patroller.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the word.
And like Xeno Trunks and
that's
all
that
this other
lovely
stuff.
game. Yeah.
I don't know enough about
Dragon Ball
those.
Heroes, Trunks. Me neither. I'm glad you don't, because I don't either.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. That's too much. So
I think I like GT Trunks more than I like that Patroller Trunks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll get to that. Let's talk about Future Trunks first, since he shows up first in this series. So we meet him. He's introduced after the Frieza arc in an incredible fashion. I think there was even a previous podcast episode where we talked about episode 120.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite episodes.
Heck yeah. We gushed about it for like 45 minutes. It's a great time. You should go listen to that.
Great episode, great music. Man, the epitome of sexy when Trunks shows up, man. That's like...
He is...
With the hair flick and everything. That's like Vegeta, but not a dick.
He's got confidence, but he doesn't have arrogance. There we go. He is a messenger from the future who wants to stop the artificial humans from taking over the world. Doug, what makes him so compelling? I put a few things what I think makes him compelling, but I want to hear one thing what you think it is. And if it's not on my list, then cool.
It really is like his confidence that he comes in with. He's strong and he knows it. And it's so weird because soon after he's immediately like dethroned and like declassed. Like he becomes like a crybaby and like just like we can't do this. We can't take on these androids. They're not. We need to wait for Goku. But I mean that's because he knows how dangerous these guys are in his timeline. But he comes in. We first see him with confidence. He has that mystery effect too. He's like, whoa, how is he turning Super Saiyan? There's no other Saiyans. But I mean, I don't know about you, but I had that ruined for me or spoiled for me already beforehand. But even that alone, it was still enticing. The son of Vegeta and Bulma? That's crazy. He's from I love time travel stuff too. So like, he's from the future. That immediately sold me.
Oh yeah, man. The confidence, the time travel thing. I didn't think about that being appealing of like, oh, he's from the future. Like he knows so much and like he's got all this knowledge. Like
that's always the best thing. It's just like having a character like going to see your parents when you're the same age as them. That is such an interesting concept that like, Back to the Future does. And it's just so great. It really brings, I mean, I don't think Dragon Ball was a place that really delved into that idea much, but just that fact alone is a cool concept.
Oh yeah. I had here just the cool factor. Things like his clothes are just super rad. Like, nobody wears an outfit like him in the Dragon Ball cast till he shows up. He's got boots.
He really made like the jacket, tank top, like the jacket, like the short, like really a cool look. It's like no, I've never seen anyone wear that style like ever.
No, he's also wearing like a logo, which like everybody, sure, they've got like their gi thing that's got in there, but he's like got a shoulder patch thing. He's got actual like clippable belt rather than just like a tied sash for his gi.
Yeah.
He's
so cool.
All sorts of different drips than everybody else, which is
How
really
did Toriyama
cool.
think of that? Because like when you write you're drawing a manga and everyone has some kind of like they have a look. But then he has to go through and think, okay, what would someone from the future of this universe look like, and how to make it look cool? And he nailed it, totally nailed it.
I wonder if he looks at like magazines or other like
to get inspiration. Yeah, of course,
pop
all the
culture
best
stuff.
too. Like even like I've recently, I mean, it's probably common knowledge to people who watch JoJo. I don't watch JoJo, but there's so much of that, like him drawing the poses from like Vogue magazine type stuff. It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a good way to do it because you get to infuse some lifeness, some life,
just some life.
Yeah, some life into it.
Because I love taking inspiration from stuff that has nothing to do with your subject matter and imbuing it with your own thing. That's a lot how I do my TikTok videos. Is like, oh, this video was funny as hell for its own reason. How do I make it Dragon Ball related, and then I make it my own, and that's like the best. Like, that's the world, man. You just get inspired by different people for everything. It's like when you like start copying, that's when it gets iffy. But inspiration is its own thing, and it's beautiful.
Absolutely. What else, man? What else makes Trunks cool? Otherwise, I got a list here. We can do mine.
His hair alone.
Yes.
Like, not even just not regular specifically, but like Super Saiyan hair, because no one has that kind of, I guess, like a bowl cut to like stand on end. And you would think, how would that look? Like, I'm sure when Toriyama's trying to think of a way to make it look cool, he again nails it. And it just, I remember just drawing his hair a million times as a kid. Like this, it just looks so cool. It's so unique and awesome. And especially when he's buff Trunks, after the hyperbolic time chamber, he comes out of there and his hair is super long.
Yes.
And then when you go Super Saiyan, it's like super spiked up. Oh, it still looks so awesome. No, I love his hair. Like after Room of Spirit and Time, but when he has the ponytail. The ponytail with a rubber band on the back. That's the coolest look, man. Oh, man.
No matter what he's got going on, it's cool. Although I don't like the cyan armor stuff with the short bowl cut hair he has, like before he goes,
when he goes
back in.
to his timeline. Yeah, it's like he looks cool because he's taller. He like noticeably taller after aging a few years. But the long hair was the way to go for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
But he's a good boy. He doesn't want to look like a delinquent. Like not because of his parents. That's just how he grew up. You know, so it's great. Like, I love how he talks properly. Yes, he's a very proper boy, but like still kicking your ass because he's been through all that shit. He's what Gohan. Well, yeah, raised by Gohan as well. So
yeah,
makes sense.
Absolutely. One of my other reasons why Future Trunks is very appealing is that he's fleeting. He's not around the entire series like Goku or Vegeta are. He is there for an arc and he's gone. Like he's just there for that small bit.
Yeah. I mean, even just his introduction too. Like he just throws a grenade out there. Like, Clink, you're gonna have androids to take care of in a few years. It's really strong. Bye. And then he's gone. Like we want him back already because Toriyama just gave him a taste. But like, and also that he's just there for that arc, and then he goes back to his time. It's such a great thing. If he stuck around too long, it would have been died too quickly. So, but I'm glad they brought him back for Super for that whole arc. But he's great in chunk bites.
And then you'll notice he is there for that arc, and then he's gone again. So they're giving you a taste, and then leave you wanting more.
I guess that's the best part about having a character that's a time travel character. You can bring him and leave him whenever you want to.
Absolutely. What else you got? What else makes Trunks cool?
I was gonna say his clothes, his hair. I don't know. You pick one while I think of another one.
All right, I got one, and it's just 2 words. Sick tunes. This dude has so much cool music. Like he gets introduced with like not like the second he steps on screen, but he's got an insert song for like his first like actual battle, which like nobody else really did. I mean, like there's like the Yamcha song and stuff from like the 21st Budokai or 22nd.
Oh yeah, that was a good song too.
Yeah, but nothing like Trunks's, man. Where
it even had the futuristic tone to it. The song itself, it was great.
Yeah, that one is called Battle Point Unlimited.
Yep, I recognize that name. I'm not good with names of like songs, but that one sticks out.
Do you remember Mind Power Key?
No, I don't remember that one.
That's the one where they're on the airship, and then Trunks kind of like flashes back to like his future, where it's like him walking through like all like the refugees from like
no, it's like I feel like there's an instrumental of a woman like whoa,
yeah. I would have actually played some music there, but you also got Doug's accompaniment, so it's good. There's another one that is not in the show and is, from video games called Hikari no Willpower, and it showed up in Ultimate Battle 22, and then it had a couple of different versions, including a vocal version later.
That's the one that Mike knew and like on a keyboard?
Okay, like I don't want to have to bring that. I listened to an old episode of Daizenshuu EX, the podcast, and Mike talked about going to Best Buys and playing Hikari no Willpower on the keyboards there. So
I was like, oh, cool. The fact that I didn't know it was from the video game, like not the show proper. It was from Ultimate Battle 22.
Yeah, and then it had...
That is even more dorkier than I thought it could be. That is incredible.
I love it. Keep in mind that story is 17 years old. So
17 when you would go to a Best Buy. Now you're like, why?
It's just Amazon. Yeah. Or Right Stuff, whatever. But it even continues. There's even a song in Kai called The Lone Warrior, which I can't recall off the top of my head how it goes, but I'll play a little bit of it here. I don't know, man. Trunks just has a lot of good tunes. Like, just adds to his atmosphere and his mystique.
Like, Toei and Akira Toriyama both knew that they had something cool here, like a character. Like, we gotta make sure we treat him right. Like, because fans want him.
To the point where, back in the Toonami days, before we even had that arc show up, Toonami would show fan art that they would get in, and it showed on screen. And they even had to put up a thing that's like, by the way, no Trunks. Stop sending Trunks stuff.
Stop sending us Trunks.
He's not on Toonami because we haven't gotten
one of those guys. I was probably one of the kids that submitted drawings of Trunks. Like, this character's so cool.
He's not a Cartoon Network character.
Even the dub music was like, it definitely stood out and was something that really got you excited for seeing Trunks for the first time. So that also helped. Like, everyone knew. Japanese, knew. English, everyone in the world knew that Trunks was the shit.
Right, exactly. He's so good.
Well, like I was gonna say, like, I love his tortured past too. Like, when you mentioned the music he plays when he's like flashback into walking through the desolated city.
Yeah,
man, like he's the one character that really went through shit, and because of that, he basically has that Superman mentality, the one that everyone that thinks Goku is in the dub. Like, but no, he actually has this mentality where, like, I need to save humanity,
and it's a weight on his shoulders because he's like, I don't have the capabilities to do that, but like, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I mean, because of course, unlike Goku, like, he's there or someone else is there to kind of like save the day, save the world. Even by bystander, but like Trunks is in a world that has been destroyed, that has been gone to ruin. No one else has experienced that but him. So of course he grew up to be that person that's like, I need to do this. I'm the only one that can. The only person I thought, Gohan, that could do it, I kind of relied on him. He's gone now. It's just me. Like, that's so sad, man.
Yeah, man. It's rough.
Man. That's survivor's guilt that he must have. Man.
Tragic backstory. That's also what gets people going. I know I like it. So
yeah, it really adds to his character in the best way. It's great.
Do you got more? Otherwise, we've got other stuff.
That was the one last thing I wanted to touch upon was his tragic past, and just it really makes him a different character, like a unique character in the Dragon Ball world.
Well, then next up we got Present Trunks. He's introduced after the 3-year time skip before the artificial humans show up.
Yeah.
Although his story isn't really something we get into until 7 years later during the Boo arc. Long story short, his character in the Cell arc is basically just him urinating on things. That's babies.
Little Batman ears.
Yeah, exactly. So, Present Trunks, you like him? You like Present Trunks?
Okay. When we go from talking about future Trunks to present Trunks, I think of immediately when we meet present Trunks, as like what is he, like 7 years old, and he's just like a little spoiled brat, like kid. But he really grows on you as it goes on to the Gotenks. But I don't think he grows on me too much more.
I would say, yeah.
I feel like him and Goten come as a package now.
Yeah, although you gotta remember movie 13, and movie 13 slaps. And also, there's not a lot of Goten in that. It's mostly Trunks and Tapian.
It's about Trunks. Yeah, it's great. It is weird though how it just doesn't feel it's great how it doesn't feel like the same Trunks that we went through. Like, this is a Trunks that would grow up with this personality in a world that wasn't destroyed. You know, so it's it really shows the duality of man.
Yeah, you know, that even though he is the same person, he was raised in a different environment, so he's got a different personality. He's not as nice or as polite as his future version. He's just, you know, a shit rich kid.
There's no weight on his shoulders. He doesn't have to impress anyone but him. Or no.
Oh, he'll impress Goten, because he'll talk about biotechnology and then talk about that.
What's biotechnology? It's biotechnology, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. This is the same Trunks, though, that becomes GT Trunks, and you said you dug him, so tell me about that.
No, I dig him more than Time Patrol Trunks.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. It's not a big bar. It's not a big bar at all.
I like GT Trunks purely for the suffering he has to endure from Pan and like watching over Pan and Goku out in space. Like he's the adult here
By
and
playing the Bulma character from Dragon Ball.
The put upon adult, even though like I feel like they wrote him too close to what Future Trunks is like and didn't make him shitty. Like he is he's a kid.
Yeah, because then you think like, oh, was Future Trunks as a kid almost the same? Not, of course, not spoiled, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. But yeah, they wrote him too close. It just feels like Future Trunks with the new outfit, with the yellow suit. Man, I wish we could have seen him in that yellow suit in a well drawn episode. I think Last House Company had him on that episode. Do you know what episode I'm talking about? Where he's like he owns a business company or whatever. Yeah. All the girls are fawning over him, but I'm like, he doesn't look good. That's just because the animation didn't look good.
I mean, it's not GT, but End of Z when he's got that one like yellow and black jacket thing going on.
Yeah,
that looks cool.
That looked cool. Yeah, it was kind of a shout out because it was the short jacket too, wasn't it? Or was it a regular size jacket?
It's probably on the shorter side of things, but
yeah. I guess not a trench coat. So
no.
He's not trying to play Neo. But yeah, I don't know. GT Trunks, what is there to say about him? There's not really much.
Yeah.
He's delegated to playing the babysitter.
Mm-hmm. Which is fun, but then again, it still doesn't feel like a continuation of the Trunks we saw back in Z.
Yeah, but how would they do that though?
I mean, I suppose, he has grown up some, so maybe he does, and if he's responsible for a company, he's probably grown up a little bit, but like, I don't know, maybe he gives in to like their shenanigans. Like, yeah, I'll join in because that's fun, and I like to have fun because I'm a spoiled rich kid.
Oh yeah, we did see him in the new superhero movie, like that he could, and that did feel like a grown-up version of that Trunks, but because it's more gradual. It wasn't like 20 years later, but right. Just it definitely felt different. It was great.
Yeah, I don't think we have that much great things to say about future or present Trunks because, like you said, he's kind of relegated to being the package deal with Goten, so he can't shine as a individual. Yeah, no,
he does have his moments too where he's just he's like trying to inspire Goten because he's the 1 year older one. He's just I remember him like crying. Like, what was he crying about? It was before or after his parents died by Boo?
It might have been when Vegeta died from Boo, and then Goku and Piccolo are like teaching him fusion. I think they were both crying because then also Goten was like, Gohan's dead.
Oh, but yeah, I guess that moment we should talk about, the moment where Vegeta knocks him out. Like, that's a great moment for Vegeta. And it's so great to have Trunks there. Like, I wonder if Vegeta thinks about future Trunks in those moments too. Like, of course, it's not about future Trunks, but he looks at his young 7-year-old son, and it's like, I'm gonna destroy myself, kill myself, so that you can grow up to be someone. And I've seen the future, what you can be, and I want that to be you.
They are kind of they're the same ish in that it's the same son of Bulma and Vegeta. It just comes down to, so yeah, they both have the same potential. So,
but we didn't talk about his reappearance in Super with just the one moment where Vegeta's trying to see what Trunks has. Like, they're just kind of training, and Vegeta like has that sense of proudness in his son.
Wow, I don't remember that. That's been a while.
They're just training. I think Trunks goes Super Saiyan 2 to like show off. I think, and I don't know, but they had beautiful moments of payoff there. It's really great.
Right, man. Just, I guess overall, future Trunks top tier, present Trunks distant second in terms of the better Trunks. But
I don't think I don't get many arguments there from people regarding that.
No. But speaking of other people, you ready to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll hear what other people had to say about Trunks?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, we are back, and we are going to hear what some other cool peeps, what they had to say about Trunks. Doug, would you start us off?
Yeah, first one's from Jake Pay, good old buddy Jake.
Yeah.
Best character introduction and a more grounded character with real motivation and understanding of their power. They definitely fumbled him hard in Super, but still a top 10 character in Dragon Ball. Plus that scene in Broly when he transforms and rips off his jacket. Oh yeah, chef's kiss. Yeah. What a moment, man. Yeah, that I don't know. It was so cool. He's
They
just
give
the
him all the
embodiment
cool
of cool.
moments.
They
Yeah.
really do. Just the embodiment of cool, man. Him fighting with Ten Shin Han in the beginning of that movie too. Or no, it was movie 9 I'm thinking of. Yeah. Even that moment was awesome. Man, he just has so many cool looks.
Yep. Fighting Gokudo in 9, like the two of them just like fighting
and
out.
doing the crossover anime style, and one falls over.
Man.
And he does the punch through his body. Oh my god,
Yes.
it was so cool.
Trunks, you're too cool. Next up, Kaboom Crusader says, I'm sure glad that he finally got his hard-fought and well-deserved happy ending after defeating his timeline's androids in Cell and never had any newfound catastrophic reason to travel to the past for help again, ever.
Yeah, the best closure ever. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Toriyama just comes knocking on your door. Hey, listen, buddy, I need you back.
And
for
also,
ratings.
I'm gonna kill Bulma first. Like,
Oh my god,
no.
I forgot about that. The worst.
That's
That
hard.
was beautifully horrific. Like, Trunks has already been through so much, and for his mother to die. Mm-hmm. Man.
Yeah, it's rough because like you do want him to like suffer through and then have a happy ending, and then not even with how that arc and Super ends is it happy because now his entire timeline is just that's
He
gone.
suffered enough. Just let him be.
Well, now he's got Mai, and I guess that's a thing that happens.
They got to revive Gohan and then kill him off again in front of his eyes, and just like you're still powerless to do nothing to save him. No,
that would be rough.
We got Jacob Sawyer. I really loved his Super Saiyan transformation in the history of Trunks. I think it is the most well done in the series. Yeah, actually, it is. Like, that's the one you think of that has the most emotion behind it. Because
I don't know,
the
man.
first one,
Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation is also like it's those two are fighting for number one.
No. That's not what Jacob's saying. He's saying Super Saiyan 1.
Sure thing.
That's how I'm justifying it. Because nothing will top Super Saiyan 2. But no, as Super Saiyans go, that's. Yeah, because Goku does it against Frieza for Krillin, which would be a lot sadder if we got Dragon Ball here in the States first and got to love their friendship. But we're just like, Krillin's the side funny character for us. At least that's how I felt.
We also forget Trunks' other first transformation against Frieza. The first time we get to see him do it. That's also sick as shit.
Yeah.
Then, Vegeta's is meh. Gohan's in the anime
Vegeta's
is
really
pretty
meh.
sick. I love it. Goten's is funny, but that's like what that was a tone change.
That's what it's meant for. I like that transformation too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But I think Jacob's saying their transformation into it for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the most emotionally
You're bringing up a lot of
impactful.
good points of like I got transformations, but I'm thinking of just Goku against Frieza, Vegeta against the moon, that kind of stuff.
Vegeta against the moon.
Yeah.
I like it. No, I agree with you, Jacob. That one is definitely pretty well dang.
The awakening, as you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, we got Tyler, who says, Future Trunks is my favorite character. I just love how much backstory he has and how much he wants to save his future. And when he showed up and killed Frieza, just showed how badass he is. I also love how drippy he is. His outfit is fire. Favorite character.
Yeah. I can't believe Toriyama had it in him to create clothing that looks so cool.
It's good shit, man. It's real good shit.
With the sword, too. No other character besides Gohan as a little kid had a sword, and that didn't stick around for long, but like that sword, oh my god, did you play Budokai 3 with Trunks in his Saiyan outfit with a sword? That was rad. The coolest shit. That I would oh man, I want to play that game again just for that alone.
Well, I mean,
damn it.
Trunks is so cool and such a big deal that I remember anytime there was be a Dragon Ball game coming out, I'm like, yeah, but does Trunks use his sword? And if he doesn't, that game sucks.
I loved playing whatever the game was on the PSP that had Trunks in it. I think it's called
Shin
Another
Budokai?
Road. Yeah, Shin Budokai, yes. Oh, actually, I think
Shin
never got
Budokai, Another Road was the second one.
Right, and then just Shin Budokai by itself. I think I never got the second one, the Another Road one. I got the first one, but Trunks was in it. He had his sword, and his moveset was so slick, man. With the sword, he would just like, swipe under and like just slice and dice. It was so cool. Put the sword back in his holster with that little sound. Ka-chink. It was so awesome. No other Dragon Ball game has done that, like for me at least. But I guess there's not many like battle style games like that anymore.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I miss those kind of games though because I'm not good at fighting games. So like I mean like the
standard
Mortal
traditional
Kombat,
fighters.
Yeah. So Fighter Z is so lost on me. But like I said before, another other times that I wish I could be good at that game because it looks so amazing.
Every time when I play it, I'm like, oh, that's right, Trunks is here. I love Trunks. And then I play as him. I'm like, I don't know. There's something about the way he plays this and is exciting. I don't know if it's what it is. But
dude, I got so good at Shin Budokai. Like I would always play the CPU because it's the PSP game. Who else has this game?
Right.
But I would time it. I would be Goku, and I'd always go up against Vegeta, and I would just I'd know what the CPU would do. In certain scenarios. So I would punch the CPU to a certain distance and we both charge up at the same time. So we'd be like, and then, and we just charge up to our max and then like evolve, transform per stage. We're saying 1, we're saying 2. And then it was so awesome and satisfying, man. I miss that game so much.
I had a bunch of friends that I played Budokai 3 with all the time. So we would just spend hours in an afternoon just playing it. Man, it was so good.
Love that. I love that game too so much.
Before we wrap up though, I've got some Trunks trivia for you.
Ooh, trivia. I was gonna say trivia, but that's already Trunks with it.
Right.
Trunksivia. That Trunks sussy.
Well, okay, we're gonna have to workshop that a bit. Question 1 for you, Doug. In the Japanese version of the show, who voices Baby Trunks?
Baby Trunks.
Baby Trunks.
Is it Uranai Bye Bye? Uranai Bye Bye?
Is it a fictional woman? No.
The same voice actress that voices her? I don't know.
It is a voice actress. I'll give you that. And she's in the show normally.
Oh, okay. That doesn't give me that much of a hint. Can I get another hint?
Yeah, she's a female character in Dragon Ball that's around all the time. There's so few.
I can't think of a single woman that I would care about in this series.
Okay, well,
just audio cut that and put it everywhere and cancel Doug real quick.
Yeah, exactly, because it's the late Hiromi Suru played Baby
Bulma?
Trunks. Yeah.
Oh, that's even cuter. I didn't know that. keep it in the family. Aw. Like, that somberness really took away all the jokes I had previously about.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's really adorable. My unfunny jokes of like, I don't know any women. Yeah, that's actually so great. And that means so much in the Dragon Ball world too, because like the same with Goku's family. Everyone, Masuko Nozawa voices everyone there, and just Bulma's voice. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, man.
Now I wish she voiced Vegeta too. I wish there was a dub out there of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I still would love to hear Masuko Nozawa's Raditz. I'm sure it would sound similar to so many other things.
To Bardock, maybe, or Tullus probably. But, man, it's such a shame that her passing, because, like, in Superhero, it was definitely noticeable to me, like, how unique her voice was.
I don't know, man. Ai Hisakawa does a superb job where I usually forget, and, like, this is not how Bulma has always sounded. I always forget that.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Question 2.
Yep.
Trunks is killed by Cell after Cell is revived. How is his murder similar to how Vegeta was first killed?
By the beam, the death beam to the chest.
Yep, exactly. They both get killed the same way.
I don't know why I was thinking of him in his timeline, his future getting killed. I was like, we don't see that. I don't think.
I think there might have been a thing in the anime where Cell is going through like
how like a wall, and then you see a shadow of like him getting killed or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something sinister.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but so iconic, that death beam, but it just really hits a lot harder because he's like standing up when he gets hit, as opposed to Vegeta laying down and getting hit
at all.
Yeah. But because of that, the inertia like has Trunks like go so aback, like.
And then also, of course,
even he dies cool. What an asshole! He's just taking all the cool.
All right, number 3, final one.
I'm ready.
According to the super exciting guide from 2009, do future Trunks and present Trunks share the same favorite food?
Do they share the same favorite? That would be a fun thing. That of course it's in there. They do, yeah. But I don't know what it is. Is it sushi? Tell me it's sushi.
I hate to break it to you.
Break it to me.
They do not have the same favorite food.
Oh, they don't. Oh, that's even better.
Present Trunks, his favorite food is yakiniku, and future Trunks is convenience store bento. So they have different favorite foods.
Well, that makes sense with different upbringing.
True.
Different taste, but different food out there available to eat. And
right.
Present Trunks has the world, whereas future Trunks is like, yeah, I guess there's this lying around.
Yeah, this place is great. They've exploded last week, but
does future Trunks even eat? I mean, I feel like he's so selfless that he would just give this food to someone else who needs it more than he does. It's
right.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. It's wild.
I wonder if he ate when he came to our timeline, like, because that's one thing you don't think about. But like, he actually can eat a feast and like not feel guilt. Well, he probably still feels guilty that people in his time can't eat that way. But they never brought that up.
I hope Bulma invited him over to dinner during the 10 days before the Cell games. That would have been.
No, yeah, he definitely lived with them and everything, and he gave her a haircut and everything, and they're watching TV laying down. Remember that? That's a great.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, he ate. He got to eat.
Dragon Ball is so great. I love this series.
Me too, man.
That's going to be it for it. We thank you for listening. We love interacting with you and keeping you in the conversation, talking about obviously our favorite franchise in the world. You can tweet at us at WeGotAPod. You can email us at WeGotAPod@gmail.com.
Thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use his track Kakarot theme hip-hop trap remix. You can find it and other great tracks by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Thank you to our sponsors. Randy, where can the people find you?
You can find me on the internet at Saber_Breaker. What about you?
I'm Jabaz Doug, or just Jabaz. You can find me on TikTok through there. Please subscribe to the show, tell your friends, post a review. It super helps us out. We'll catch you next time.
Later.